probably two that really stand out the most was one was when I was still in the UK. A lady in her early 50s was brought in to see me in a wheelchair. She'd been in a wheelchair for 30 years. As a 20-year-old, she slipped and fell and she injured her back and she had horrible symptoms down her legs. She went to go and see the orthopod and the orthopod said, absolutely, we need to operate and otherwise you will be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Anyway, she had the operation. It didn't change her symptoms at all and she was put in a wheelchair. She had spent 30 years of her life in a wheelchair and being wheeled around by her husband, and she got to, that was life. It wasn't great, but that was life. Anyway, she'd been considerably uncomfortable for a while, and somebody had suggested, why don't you go see a chiropractor? So her husband wheeled her in, great pains to lift her out of the wheelchair, get on the bed, checked her out. There was nothing grossly obvious or any major red flags that were showing up, other than 1-2 nerve roots that seemingly weren't functioning as well as they should have, which we picked up through the assessment. So based on that, I treated her with what we found clinically. Not on special treatments than any other patient has ever received in terms of what we were doing chiropractically. Treated the lady, said, right, I think we're done. So she then sat up, got off the bed, and walked towards the wheelchair and didn't really think at the time too much about it. Her husband didn't really think too much about it. As she got to her wheelchair to sit down, she realized what she had just done. Her husband's jaw dropped. I think my jaw must have bounced off the floor and she just welled up with tears. Now, the chances are that breakdown in the function of those nerves happened when she fell when she was 22. And just like if you were to pinch a hose pipe and the water doesn't come out as effectively or as initially, that's essentially what was happening to these nerves for 30 days. All we did was remove the clamp or the restriction on the hose pipe and allow that information to come back through again. And all of a sudden, it's walking. I mean, that is a fairly cathartic moment for anybody